Steve, we're back in the world of VR once again, my friend. Dude, we are the VR crew, aren't we? You're over there with Quest 2, and I have the PS VR 2, and we are checking out Dyschronia, Chronos Alternate Episode 1. Dude, that is a mouthful. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts so far with Episode 1?
I have to say, I'm really enjoying this game because it's that anime kind of style, and I always think it looks awesome on the Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah.
You played the protagonist as Hal, who, after an explosion 3 years ago, you've lost your memory, and you are a supervisor of a city of Astrium Close. This is a city built by Albert Romford, who has designed amalgamated dreaming for the residents of this city. So whenever they're stressed, they can monitor it and also reduce the crime rate. And that is the premises of the game, because the designer, Albert Romford, has been killed. And you have to investigate. And that's where it starts off in this city.
It's cool, dude. It kind of basically turns you into a detective story, right? You're going out there to talk to other people, find out what's going on, get clues, and you use this augmented reality that he's built for allow you to kind of go in and solve all these puzzles. You can relive memories, I think, which is one of the coolest part. But yeah, anime, dude, fits so well in this context with VR. It is always so crisp, so clean, and so pretty to look at that I think it really suits, right? When we try to get into something like God of War quality, right? When we had Horizon Call of the Mountain, dude, it looked great. But I think anime just looks at a little bit smoother than what even that does in this sense. So that art style really does tend to go well with VR. When you're talking about how well it looks on Quest 2, dude, PSVR 2 looks sick. It looks really, really good. Everything is really cool in the world. The controls, Steve, like, dude, I took a couple days off from playing the game because I had to work on a couple other things. And to come back, I was like, yo, I am lost. There's a lot to kind of uncover and how the things mechanics work. You're turning your right hand to do one thing, you're turning your left hand to do another, and I'm going, what is happening here? And then you get buddied up with this guy named Ash. Part of me is like, yo, you ain't sitting right, man. There's something up here. But I think the story is cool, right? This whole premise of everybody lives in, dude, you remember Home from PlayStation? It kind of feels like that's what you're in, right? You're in this home situation, and that's where you're at, and then everything kind of just goes wrong. But yeah, there's a lot of kind of going back and forth of areas and things like that to uncover the mystery of how this doctor kind of passed away and what's going on next. Very cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. I will say one thing though. I found in the actual gameplay, in the augmented world, you see silhouettes of the characters that you can talk to, and they tell you clues or bits of the story. But then when you jump out of that, I find there's nobody in the city. And I just found it really weird because it goes from really colourful, because I think the characters are like fishes that go in the background.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you come out of that, there's nobody there. It just goes to a grey scenario. And that feels a bit weird. But there is like 3 main buildings you go into to investigate. I did try the first few hours standing up, and I do highly recommend you sit down when you play this, because you do have to talk to everyone and get everyone's information. And then you got your side aid, Lilly, who helps you. How did you find her?
Dude, I did not like Lilly. Right? Okay, so here's my biggest problem with anime, is when you get into anime, sometimes you get these high-pitched voices, and it's just, it takes me out of the story so quickly that I just, like, I don't want to listen. If Lilly was not, I get it's an anime game, right? And I understand that's what you get into here, but it is that cringy voice, dude. I can't do it. If I had a way to turn her off, I would just shut her up the whole time, and I'd rather just read the dialogue. Like, but you have a good point though of sit down, because you have a lot of just kind of waiting, reading, listening, and some of it is voice acted and then some of it is not. Like, I kind of thought that was weird. There'd be parts you would think, okay, cool, this is gonna be voiced, and it's not voiced. I'm like, but you were just talking 2 seconds ago in the same situation, and here we are, now I have to read it. So it kind of, you kind of get yourself into one mentality and then realize, oh, he's not gonna talk for me now, so I have to do it. So it's just, there's a couple little misses here or there, but overall, dude, the game is really, really solid. I think the story's really cool, but Lilly just drives me insane. Steve, we've had a pretty good time playing Dyschronia Chronos Alternate Episode 1. What are you scoring this one?
I'm giving this VR game an 8 out of 10. I'm loving the storyline. The voice acting is pretty cool on it as well. Visually looks good. I love the game mechanics of going past and checking out the dreams and all those good stuff. And that's why I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. How about yourself?
That's cool. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I gotta go with an 8 as well. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, Lilly's voice is annoying, but that's more on me just because it's an anime thing. But I think the art style is fantastic. You really do get that movie feel of when they pull up like the HoloLens kind of stuff and you're like flipping through all these kind of mechanics and like that. That's really cool. I think the story is a solid story. If you're into anime, this is something you definitely should check out.
So why don't you revisit the past and see if there are other glowing things to interfere with?
Huh?
You managed to access the terminal in the professor's memory, right? Hal, you told me when you were little. You said when you visit the past, you connect certain influence over things that are glowing.
I said that?